This podcast is brought to you by Most Valuable Podcasts, saving your day from boredom with the best podcasting entertainment.
What's up, Real MVPs, Ricky Widmer here, along with fellow Manchild, Johnny Karlic. Yeah, for this one I was like, what line is Johnny going to do? Because
I don't remember.
This is one where you're like, guys, it's been about over, 15 days?
Something
since
like
this movie
over
came
2
out?
weeks.
Like, what's going on now? So a little bit of backstory here. So, Johnny and I saw Spider-Man the day it came out on July 2nd before Dave and I left. Or no, we technically saw it on the 3rd. That's right. We saw it on the 3rd because you couldn't see it for whatever reason on the 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
And because Dave and I had an early flight to Vegas, I didn't want to miss that, obviously. So you and I decided to do this review after I got back from California, from Vegas. So that's why you're seeing this now and not 2 weeks ago. Also, this is just going to be spoiler mode. Like, if you haven't seen Spider-Man Far From Home right by now, just go see it. We're going to dive in right to the spoilers. There's going to be we're getting rid of non-spoiler section, basically. And before we get into everything, make sure to check us out, patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast. That's how you help support us. Make sure to either $1, $5, $10 help support MVP. Make this a thing that we can keep doing for you guys. We want to get a new studio, and we do that by your help at patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast. But Johnny, let's get right into it. Spoiler mode right out of the gate. And here's the thing I want to start with first. We're going to talk about Mysterio. We're going to talk about how he tricked Peter Parker and how he tricked Tom Holland. We're going to Quentin Tarantino this, though. I want to start with the end. What do you think is going to go on with Spider-Man now that everyone knows his identity? Everybody knows he's Peter Parker. What's going to happen?
I believe there's going to be like the 50-50 faction. The people that believe it and the people that still deny it. Like, I feel like almost like Flash Thompson. Flash Thompson can go either way on that one. He cannot believe that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Because, like, no, there's no way Peter Parker's Spider-Man or whatever.
Because he's a Spider-Man fanboy.
Yeah, he's a fanboy, but he hates Peter Parker or picks on Peter Parker. He's his bully.
Yeah.
Or he could, like, then, like, in the Ultimate Spider-Man, become his biggest fucking fan.
Yeah. I mean,
like
the comics.
It's like, hey, I like the, oh, you're Spider-Man? Holy shit. I fucking love you. Now all of a sudden you're his friend.
Like in the 90s comics, that the one that Mark and I read with the Sinister Six, where in that one, he's friends with Peter, and Black Cat is dating Flash Thompson to make Peter jealous.
Yeah.
Although Peter's not jealous because he's got fucking Mary Jane Watson, the movie star at the time, basically being his wife. So it could go either way there. The only thing I'm thinking about is, like, when I saw that, I was like, yes, this is what I wanted. Because this is how, number one, they kind of shoehorn everything in. We're in a post-Captain America Civil War kind of era. Well, in the original Civil War, everyone knew who Peter Parker was because he had the kind of moment of like, hey, I'm just going to reveal myself. This is a way to have Spider-Man revealed and play that into Civil War.
Yeah.
Like, everyone knows who Spider-Man is. Number two, Aunt May is going to be in danger. And that's what I love. Like, the thing about Spider-Man is that he constantly has to worry about his loved ones. Like, now that he's revealed,
MJ.
Ned's a target, MJ's a target, because there now is footage of MJ swinging around with Spider-Man. So MJ's a target, Ned's a target, Mary Jane's a target. Like, basically all these people and the people he cares about are now targets from his enemies. Could be Green Goblin, could be Doc Ock, anybody. That's who they're going to go for.
Or who we have in the MCU, Scorpion. The hints at Scorpion.
The Vulture.
Vulture. who actually already knew who
Yes.
Peter Parker was.
But now,
or Spider-Man
But now
was.
Scorpion knows.
Scorpion will know. Who else was there? I feel like I'm missing someone. Who am I missing?
So we had Vulture, we had Scorpion, Mysterio.
If he's alive.
I think he... Sidebar here.
Yeah.
You think he's dead or you think he's alive?
Seemed like he died.
I think he's alive. We didn't see a body.
I'm not saying no. I'm just saying, like, as of now, it's just like Loki for me. Right now, he's dead.
Yeah.
Until I see something that, like, oh, shit, he's back. He's dead.
I'm just on the side of Quentin Beck is a master
Oh, he is.
diversion artist, and I didn't see a body, so he's not dead. He's coming back. Quentin Beck will be back as Mysterio. They could have just put that right at the end, because I already know it's going to happen. He will be in a Sinister Six movie. You don't kill off Mysterio. Let's be honest.
I mean, Marvel's pretty good at killing
they like
off.
killing villains.
Marvel's pretty. They killed off the Iron Man villains like one shot per movie.
Because nobody gives a shit about the Iron Man villains.
Really? You didn't care about Ironmonger or Whiplash?
No,
because they were both.
I care more about the Spider-Man villains.
I'm talking about early in the MCU.
I'm just saying. I'm being an asshole.
Yeah, you are.
Nobody gives a shit about Iron Man's villains or Killmonger over here. Now that
Ironmonger.
Freaking Rogues Gallery for Spider-Man, Sony, and here's another reason why he's not dead, because Sony would get pissed. Sony would be so pissed if they couldn't use Mysterio. Like, you've got a character who's got the greatest Rogues Gallery out of Marvel Comics, and you're going to go kill it all.
They only killed one.
No.
Because their Shocker's still alive.
No.
Well, second Shocker.
He ain't dead, basically.
The Tinkerer.
Sidebar ended. He ain't dead. But going into that, like, what we have Vulture, Mysterio, Scorpion, Shocker still alive. Did the Tinkerer die?
No, Tinkerer's still alive. I don't even know if he went to jail.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know if he got caught and went to jail.
Spider-Man Homecoming. I think that's it.
I think that's it.
I think that's all we have right now. So what, 3 of the 6? Well, 4 if you include a Shocker and they do like their own.
No, I wouldn't think they
wouldn't
include
put Tinkerer. I'm
But
thinking
those other
Scorpion,
4.
Vulture, Mysterio, Shocker.
Yeah.
So what, a Hobgoblin and Doc Ock?
Something like that.
Or there could even be a Doc Connor and they can do Lizard and Doc Ock.
Throw Rhino in there as long as it's not the
Paul Giamatti
kind.
is the Rhino? Paul Giamatti,
Fucking
baby,
throw
is
something
the
at you.
Rhino.
You're lucky my water bottle's not empty yet.
Where in this movie? So with the end, we talked about him now being revealed. We talked about, obviously, Quentin Beck's death. What do you want to hit from this movie?
Well,
Because to
I'm
me,
just going to put it out there. Peter Parker is now the next Iron Man.
you think so?
They're leading it towards that.
Yeah, I mean, so you think he's going to be the head of the new Avengers?
Like, tied, like, same as Tony and Cap were head. Mm-hmm. Like, one was head and one was, like, sort of head.
Yeah.
It might be that is sort of along the lines of
Who's his cap then?
Falcon.
No, I mean, like, not his literal cap, but his, like, guy who he co-leads with.
It's going to be I feel like it's going to be Falcon when they do the next Avengers movie.
Okay. Not Black Panther?
No, I think it's going to be Falcon. It's good. I told you I'm riding the train of the new Avengers.
Yeah, you're already sitting on that train, man.
Thor, Love, and Thunder. Even more pushing towards the going down the tracks, pushing towards that. They're
Yeah.
getting me more and more. Jane Foster with the hammer. Mm-hmm. We're getting more and more. Natalie Portman's going to have to go on the
diet.
the exercise
workout regimen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Marvel workout regimen.
I just, with this one, to me, it was interesting to see Spider-Man in a different place. Mm-hmm. But I absolutely, to me, I'm just going to spoil it. The show stealer is got to be Mysterio. Like, the way Mysterio was able to hoodwink all of us, not the sense of like, I knew the multiverse thing was bullshit as soon as they said it, but the thing that I was more of like, didn't expect them to do that. I didn't expect them to be, he's behind the barf technology. This person's got fired for this reason. This person got fired for that reason.
One person got fired because he couldn't make the arc reactor.
Yeah.
Obadiah Stane.
Basically, hey, we all got fired by Tony. And we all hate Tony.
We got shit on by Tony. Something to do with Tony.
Like, I didn't know they were going to go that route.
That was cool.
Like, holy shit. But also the special effects for Mysterio, like whenever Spider-Man fought Mysterio, they were spot on what I would expect a Mysterio fight to be like.
Mm-hmm.
And like I hate saying kudos to Marvel because I knew they were going to put on a good product. I didn't expect them to like put out a shitty product. They're not Dark Phoenix or anything.
They're not Fox?
Yeah. They're not the Mummy. Come on now. How many monster movies have we seen since then? 0. Tom Cruise killed that franchise.
Thanks, Tom Cruise.
Thank you, Tom Cruise. But yeah, it's to me, Mysterio was the best thing about this film. Like, seeing Spider-Man was good. Like, Tom Holland as Spider-Man is great. He's now got the relationship with MJ, which seems like it's budding now. Where it's I like
what we got with
together.
Zendaya as well. She did a good job with her part.
I absolutely loved Mysterio in this from beginning to end.
Yeah, no, I'm actually going to agree with you on that. May as well. I'm just going to
give we don't agree. So we're both giving our shows right now?
Yeah, give it to Jake Gyllenhaal.
All right. I didn't expect us to both just go with the Gyllenhaal. What was your reaction to basically fake Maria Hill and fake Samuel L. Jackson?
That was interesting.
Nick Fury.
That was interesting, and I thought it was an awesome way to set up S.H.I.E.L.D. or a Sword. Because now you got...
He's basically at Sword.
He's in like the Sword. He's in a spaceship.
Yeah, which is basically Sword.
Probably above Earth's atmosphere is my guess.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, no, you really need to come back. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep faking this.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the one thing that was like a dead give. Oh, that was the dead giveaway. So...
Don't invoke her name?
No, not that. The invoke her name was one that was like, okay.
That's kind of weird.
No. At the very beginning. So, very beginning opens up. They're in Mexico, right? With that sand demon, the monster. Yeah. The giveaway, they flaunted that in our face in the very first scene because Maria called him Nick.
Oh, shit, you're right.
And in Captain Marvel, what do they call you? Nick Fury. What does your mom call you? Nick Fury. What about they call you Nick?
Fury.
Fury. Nobody calls me Nick. It's just Fury. What does your mom call you? Fury. Maria Hill called him Nick. That right away.
Should have been.
When I saw that, because I watched a video of the post-credit, like explaining it that night. And when I saw that, I was like, Ricky, you are an idiot. You should have known that from the beginning that was not them. Marvel flaunted that in front of our face.
And since we didn't think about it.
And we didn't know. Well, we weren't thinking about it because we were too hyped to see Spider-Man.
And Mysterio. You and I were hyped to see Mysterio.
Well, and the whole thing of like that's why when they mentioned multiverse, that got us on a different train where we wouldn't think that.
Yeah.
If they wouldn't have threw the multiverse theories out there, I feel like we would have caught on to that. But like that was something where it's like, holy shit, from the beginning of the movie, you were like, yeah, let's see if they get it. Let's see if they get this one. And I did not. I thought it was Nick Fury the whole way through until the end he changes. And I was like, holy shit, that's Ben Mendelsohn. That is not Nick Fury. That is Talos. But you just saw that as, hey, we're just setting up Sword.
That's what I thought it was, yeah.
That's all that is.
To me, yeah. Setting up Sword, setting up, hey, Earth needs a bigger protection than just the planet.
Because Sword is like our defense from cosmic threats, right? Okay.
Avengers and S.H.I.E.L.D. are for
defending
Earth. I should say S.H.I.E.L.D. is to defend Earth. Sword is to defend from cosmic.
Or is to seek out and because a sword you're attacking with.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, to go out and get the cosmic
Sword and
threats,
shield.
yeah, but like get the cosmic threat before it becomes a problem.
Yeah. Basically, so that a cosmic threat is not on Earth.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think with this one if there's anything, because like with this one, it was a lot of throughout the movie. There were so many things that Peter was dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
First off, the Happy and Aunt May relationship, because they can't even define it themselves. That was funny, comic relief.
Oh, gotta go.
But the other thing that I did like throughout this is throughout the entire film, Peter kind of dealing with the fact of losing Tony Stark.
Yes.
And then basically trying to fill those shoes.
And everyone trying to push him into it.
I'll be honest. I do not think he is going to be the head of the new Avengers.
No?
I don't think he wants it. The reason, and that's why, so many people are trying to force him into a box that eventually I feel like the Peter Parker we're going to get is don't force me into that box. I don't want it. I don't want to be the leader.
What I saw from the end of it, especially Happy helped him started helping him through it, was
when he started to cry and stuff.
Well, not that. What it was when he throughout the movie he's trying to deal with I have to almost I have to be the next Tony Stark.
Yeah. Why don't you be the next Peter Parker?
Yeah, exactly. That's where he goes, no, you need to be the next Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Someone needs to fill in the mantle of Iron Man per se, but basically Happy's saying, do it as you, not as Tony.
Yeah. Because no one's going to be Tony.
Exactly. He literally said that. It's no one's going to replace Tony. No one's going to be Tony. You're not going to be Tony. Be you. That's basically it. So I think at some point, it's going to be him and Falcon kind of leading the team. Sort of like they do in the comic as well.
Do you think, and this just hit me right now, do you think there's a sub-level of, yes, in the MCU and in the fake universe, of somebody filling the Iron Man mantle? But is there also a hint of, all right, we hung our hat on Robert Downey Jr. for 10 years, 11 years.
Yeah.
Is there a little subplot, a sub thing behind the words of yeah, we're talking about it in the story of Iron Man, but maybe there's some truth behind, hey, is Tom Holland the one that's going to be the one to carry the MCU moving forward? Because you look at it, and the true question now that we have is, who's going to be that person to carry this franchise?
Exactly.
Thor's probably going to hand off his mantle in Thor Love and Thunder. Black Widow will probably hand off the mantle in the Black Widow movie. Hawkeye might hand off his mantle in the Hawkeye Disney Plus series. Captain America's already handed his mantle
over to Falcon.
Off to Falcon, to where there are so many people changing to where it's almost yes, it also depends on if if Disney and Sony can get a deal done. But is Tom Holland Spider-Man? Is Tom Holland the next person to be the one we lean on to carry the MCU? Or do we not have someone like that? Do we need another person like Tony or like Robert Downey to carry the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
That's what they might be kind of prepping for, and that for all we know, they're making deals behind closed doors to we need to keep using Spider-Man. One thing I was hearing, and it could be wrong, I saw an article for it, I wish I saved it, was that soon enough Sony might not have Spider-Man anymore.
Might not have Spider-Man.
Disney might have rights to Spider-Man soon enough.
Ooh, July 9th. Okay.
You did find it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Disney might get the rights to Spider-Man, so there might be something in the works for that.
So I'm gonna pull up. This is CNBC. Oh, that's from March 29th.
Yeah, it's not more recent than that.
Yeah, I just didn't know if bounding into comics is that reliable of a source.
I don't know if that was it either. I don't remember it being that because it came up on my Google feed. I know for sure. I just forgot to.
So this one says. So the article says report. Sony to get full control of Spider-Man if Far From Home does not make $1 billion. And this article says a report indicates that Spider-Man and his universe of characters could fully revert to Sony if Spider-Man Far From Home does not make $1 billion. As reported by Slash Films, I'm just going to go to Slash Films. Yeah, that's one where it's like, Slash Films is kind of like a blog though. So here's the snippet. The original Sony Marvel Spider deal to co-produce these movies stipulated that if this Spidey cleared $1 billion, Marvel would get to oversee a third. If it hadn't, full control would be reverted back to Sony, which raised the specter that America's most beloved entertainment executive would look to cash in / out every way possible, as well as grab complete unexpugnant credit for the victory and thrown superhero canon to the wind. Not something he was ever a fan of in the first place. It was feared he would have tossed Spidey and Venom together for a quickie mashup that very potentially could have sunk both. Yeah, I'm with this. Okay. Yeah, Holland told the Hollywood Reporter at the time, I don't know. I have 3 Spider-Man appearances in other movies and 3 solo movies contracted. So we're on the same boat as usual. Right now, Tom Holland has another Spider-Man in his contract. Mm-hmm. But as of Far From Home, Sony and Marvel are up.
Okay.
I'm also going to look at the wiki as well to see, let's see how much money Far From Home has made. Far From Home right now has a box office of $970.8 million.
You got one that Sony hopes to extend the Spider-Man deal with Marvel.
Okay.
The contract is set to expire after a third solo movie is made, but according to producer Amy Pascal, Sony is eager to extend the deal beyond that. This reveal comes as part of a wide-ranging interview in honor of the release of the animated Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which arrives in theaters this weekend. That's with December 14th, 2018. So, I mean, if those feelings are still true, that still could happen. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find the other one, though.
Let me see. Calculate. Yeah, so it's really close. I don't know how much... I don't know if DVD dollars also play into it, but basically, if you look at Far From Home, if that $1 billion thing is true, they're, 0.03 billion away from getting $1 billion because they're at 0.97.
Yeah, something like that then.
So they're $30 million away from getting to $1 billion. $1 billion.
$1 billion.
How much did Spider-Man Far From Home make?
That's a good question.
Or, I'm sorry, Homecoming, not Far From Home. I just fucking said that. Spider-Man Homecoming, 2017. Spider-Man Homecoming only made, I don't want an IMDb page, I want a Wikipedia page. It only made $880 million. So this one has already made more than the first Spider-Man film that we got in 2017. I think a deal gets done. I don't think there's a way that a deal doesn't get done
Yeah.
for it. I think so. Let me just say this. I think Sony would be stupid to take back Spider-Man on their own. And the reason why I say that is I get that they're building a Spider-Verse for Spider-Man to live in. But let's be completely honest. Right now, Marvel's making them a ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel's making them money. And they're in a catch-22 in a sense of how long is Tom Holland going to be Spider-Man? To where, how long do they let Marvel have him before it's like, no, we want to use him before his time's up as Spider-Man. So, I mean...
I think Tom Holland has said he'll do it till he can't walk anymore, though. So,
yeah, I mean, if I had the ability to play Spider-Man, I would also play Spider-Man until I
if I had the ability to play a superhero, I would ride that role until I couldn't.
But the thing you got to look at, too, and this is something that is very interesting, that I'm starting to notice a little bit, is you look at Tom Holland, he's getting a few more roles.
True.
Like the movies that he was in before Spider-Man, nothing too great. Or even before, Captain America: Civil War. But like, he's going to be in Spies in Disguise, the animated movie he's doing with Will Smith later this year.
I forgot about that.
He's going to be the voice of Jip in The Voyage of Dr. Dolittle. He's also going to be a voice in an animated series. He's going to be Ian Lightfoot in Onward, which looks fucking amazing. Have you seen the trailers for Onward?
Not yet.
Basically, Onward it's a 3D computer animated urban fantasy by Pixar for Walt Disney Pictures. Here's the premise of the movie. Ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
The film is set in a magical world populated by elves, trolls, mermaids, centaurs, fauns, satyrs, gnomes, sprites, goblins, and all other mythical creatures.
Oh, wait, I think I do know this one then, but go ahead.
This world, however, where fairy tale was once the reality, is losing its sense of magic. Its inhabitants use machines such as mobile phones and cars instead of magic. Two teenage elf brothers, Ian and Barley Lightfoot, embark on a quest to discover if there is still magic in the world in order to spend one day with their father, who died when they were too young to remember him. And basically, it's got the three that I know right now in the cast. Tom Holland is Ian Lightfoot.
Mm-hmm.
His brother Barley is Chris Pratt. And then the mom is Julia Louis Dreyfus. Basically Elaine from Seinfeld. But it looked like such a funny movie when I saw the trailer for it. So, like, my point is, he's getting picked up a little bit. I know that the Onward is a Disney movie, so it's like, okay, trying to keep them within the fold.
Mm-hmm.
But, actually, Spies in Disguise.
Shitty.
Guess who was developing or produced Spies in Disguise? 20th Century Fox. So he's under the Disney umbrella still. And then Voyage of Dr. Dolittle.
You can't escape.
Is a Universal picture. So I don't think that one is Disney. But guess who is Dr. Dolittle in that Voyage of Dr. Dolittle movie?
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
You cannot escape.
So basically, he's connected in some way or another. Holy shit. Guess who's a polar bear? Like Yoshi the polar bear in the Dr. Dolittle movie.
John Cena.
John Cena.
Can't see me. My time is now.
You also have Selena Gomez as Betsy, a giraffe. Tom Holland is going to be Jip, a dog. Rami Malek, who I believe he's the guy from Mr. Robot. He's going to be Chi-Chi, a gorilla. Camille from He was in Stuber and Men in Black International. Basically, the little guy, the little pawn.
Yeah.
Pawnee. He's going to be Pipton in Ostrich. Craig Robertson, who is the judge in the Jay and Silent Bob reboot, is going to be Fleming, a mouse. Emma Thompson is going to be a parrot. And I think that's all the people I know. I'm trying to look really quick. Ralph, no, don't really know him. Don't know her. Don't know her. Okay, yeah, that's all of them. But basically, is what I'm saying. Oh, Michael Sheen's going to be in it as well. But basically, my point is, he's getting more roles. That's the point of this. Before we go on a tangent that we don't need to go on. The other thing is, did you get any clarification after this movie of who might have bought Avengers Tower?
No, I didn't notice it in the...
I think it's the Fantastic Four. I think it's going to be the Baxter Building, right?
It seems more so now than it did before because we're getting Fantastic Four.
Because
I don't remember seeing anyone's, like, while he was swinging through New York, I don't remember seeing the Avengers Tower or, like, if there was a new logo for it. So it'd be one of those ones where I have to go back and watch it again and now actually focus on the background because I've seen the movie itself and I can focus on those side things.
Yeah, really. So
Excuse me.
The part at which that they showed it was when he was swinging on his cell phone at the very end. They showed the building in the background being developed, basically.
Yeah.
And what it looks like is what people are saying is, I'm trying to look here. From what the design is, it kind of looks more like with the glass going up, it looks more of the Baxter Building esque than the Oscorp Tower.
Okay.
I hope that it's and the only other reason why I think it's the Baxter Building now is because Kevin Feige confirmed Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
So, like, if Sony's going to threaten to take Spider-Man away, why would we? And maybe that's a reason why they didn't give us hey, we're going to show you this, is because they were like, well, why are we going to give you Oscorp if you're going to try to rip Spider-Man away from us?
Exactly.
Otherwise, we're just going to say, fuck it, it's the Baxter Building, and kind of save ourselves. Any final things with this one?
No, I mean, it's a really good movie.
Oh, that's right, the rating.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we have to do that part. Yeah,
I forgot this was a review after
I didn't realize you didn't realize that you forgot it was a rating. I'm like, oh, are we talking anything else about the movie? No, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, this one basically became what I told you it would become when we decided not to do it that night. It's just, looking forward, what does this affect Marvel too? But now that we know,
I mean, I think we would have had this conversation in a normal review anyways.
But now we know the Phase 4 movies.
Yeah.
Which is probably the only thing different. What do you want to rate it out of? Let's do 4 Ediths.
I was going to go with
the glasses.
Holograms.
Oh, the glasses.
There's only one Edith.
Yeah, but we're going to give out of 5 Ediths. I said 4 out of 5 Ediths.
There's only one Edith.
Yeah, well, in this multiverse, there's 5.
No. They don't have any.
Created 4 others.
I want to see them.
So out of 5, what are you giving it?
5.
Who would have thought anything different?
Oh, wow.
Who would have thought it?
Wow.
The lowest movie you've given a review to this year?
This year?
Yeah.
Alone.
Do you know what it is?
It's a 3.5 or something.
No, it's a 2.5.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
That's probably the lowest I've given anything.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
Dark Phoenix, you gave it 2.5.
See, I gave it a low score.
Other than that, did you give anything a 3?
3.5.
You gave Men in Black a 3.
Yeah.
And then everything else is like... Dave's actually been a high grader this year, too. Dave gave Aladdin a 4. Detective Pikachu a 4.5. And Shazam, he gave that a 4.5. I thought he liked that movie better. Yeah, I thought he liked it better. We both gave it 5s. Whereas me, I did not like Dumbo, and I especially did not like Dark Phoenix this year. I'm going to give it a 4. If I look back to Homecoming 2017, I gave Homecoming a 5. Mm-hmm. And for me, this one, it was good. The effects from Mysterio were amazing as well. But I left the theater for Homecoming way higher than I left this one. Like, this one was good. It's good. It's a 4. It's just not perfect.
Okay.
And that's part of that
you.
Spider-Man Homecoming of, like, it just setting it, like, raising the bar to where this one was kind of like, oh, it's a good movie, but if I had to choose between the two, I'll probably watch Spider-Man Homecoming over a Far From Home. But this is where you guys come in. Let us know what you guys think down below in the comment section. If you're a Marvel fan, check out our San Diego Comic-Con recap where we talk about Marvel and everything. I'm going to put that up top in a card so you can go ahead and click on it. Make sure to support us on Patreon, patreon.com/mostvaledpodcast. Trying to get a new studio. That's the way that you help us get there. If you think our office space is a sore, that's how you help us get a new studio. Patreon.com/mostvaledpodcast. Want to thank Johnny for recording this review with me. Want to thank you guys for listening and watching on podcast services around the world. And as always, have a good day, everybody.